Hi, I'm Joe Fitzgibbon, representing the 34th Legislative District. That's West Seattle, Burien, White Center, and Vashon and Maury Islands. Welcome to the 2013 legislative session. I'm starting my second term here in the State House. This year I'm continuing on the Transportation Committee and continuing as Vice Chair of the Local Government Committee. I am also serving for the first time on the new House Finance Committee and also on the Government Operations and Elections Committee. Some of the top issues that we're going to be dealing with this session. Our number one challenge is balancing the budget and finding revenue to pay for improvements to basic education. We've been told by the State Supreme Court that we're not fully funding basic education, and so we are going to be taking meaningful steps this session to increase funding for our local school districts so that every child in Washington State can get the education that they deserve. That's going to be a key part of my work on the Finance Committee, looking at our tax structure and figuring out what changes we need to make to ensure that we have adequate revenue to make sure that everybody gets a quality education in our state. On transportation, we have big transportation needs in our state. We have a lot of highways that are in disrepair that need operations and maintenance to take place in order for the roadways to be safe for everybody and for commerce to be able to move throughout our state. We also have a ferry system, which is very important certainly to Vashon and Maury Islands and to a lot of communities throughout the state. The ferry system, as folks who rely on it know, needs a lot of work in order to ensure that we have boats that are leaving on time, that we don't have too long of waits for the boats. A number of the boats are getting really old and need to be replaced, so we're going to be looking for new streams of revenue to build new ferries to ensure that the ferry system can serve our state the way it has for more than 50 years. And in addition, in our local communities, needs like transit and city roads and bike and pedestrian infrastructure also really require some effort to make sure that those things are not in disrepair and not leaving people stranded. So King County Metro needs some new sources of revenue in order to be able to provide bus service in our communities. That's going to be a focus of my work on the Transportation Committee this year. Finally, I work a fair amount on protecting our natural environment in Washington State, and with our new Governor Jay Inslee leading the way in talking about how our state is going to be a leader in clean energy and in reducing our greenhouse gas emissions. We have a number of ideas in play this year about how we can make sure to lead the nation and the world on climate change. Some of those approaches I talked about earlier, such as expanding transit and bike and pedestrian infrastructure. In addition, that means protecting the integrity of our state's renewable energy standard, Initiative 937. And also we're looking at some other steps, such as increasing energy efficiency in household appliances. That's one step that we think that we can take this year. So we'll be exploring a lot of different approaches for how we can reduce greenhouse gas emissions in our state this session. So those are just a few of the things that I will be working on, and look forward to keeping you updated throughout the session. If you have any questions or comments at any point throughout the session, you can always send me an email or give me a phone call at 360-786-7952. Thanks, looking forward to hearing from you.